Hi, this is Stacia, and today we're going to look at another training game that I played on chess.com. So I'm trying to reach 1700. It's a good first step to get to 1900. And let's have a look at this one. So I played the white pieces, and he played black. He played e5, and after knight f3, he went d6. So this is the Philidor defense, and to be honest, I really don't know much about the Philidor other than the famous opera game was in this line. But after d4, which is what Paul Morphy played in that game, he actually took the pawn, which is the main line. And I really don't know what I'm doing in these lines. I take with a knight, but I always feel like the knight is sort of misplaced here. He's subject to here, and maybe he just wants to come back. And in that case, we just lost a tempo. So let's look at this main line really quickly. So after this, knight c3, yeah, which I hate blocking the pawn, but usually necessary. Bishop e7, bishop e2. And I just want to learn one thing about this. So we are going to go kingside. Okay, we're going to castle quickly and play f4. So I thought about this plan, but I was uncertain if this pawn was weak or not. Probably we can play for e5 though. So okay, that's one way to play the Philidor, and that appears to be the main line. So let's go back. Okay, but I played this way. Bishop d3. And my idea was to possibly play c4 and then put the knight behind the pawn. Okay, bishop e7, castles, castles. Now just stopping this bishop from having any good squares. So, and now c5 was played. And yeah, I think they normally do this kind of thing. So here I could go knight e2 or knight f3. I went knight to f3. The knight came in. c4, this is my plan. And if it seems like I'm going fast, probably fast for me, not a lot of other people, it's because the game gets really interesting later, and I want to spend our time there. I brought the knight out. This is pretty natural. And now I should probably preserve the bishop. Computer agrees. Bishop a2. And okay, a6 was played. Now I can kick the knight safely. He returns. Queen c2. I liked this move during the game. Computer prefers getting this bishop out to f4, which makes sense. This pawn is weak. So it applies another attacker and develops a piece. The other one the computer likes is rook b1. So no doubt going for a b4 break. Also pretty interesting. Also, I think it's reasonable to think that, you know, this bishop may end up on f6, in which case it would be lined up with the rook. So maybe rook b1's also prophylaxis a little bit. All right, but I went queen c2, and the reason I like this move is I'm preparing rook d1. It guards the bishop, the knight, the pawn, this pawn, and this pawn. It's just like a super solid move that I often play in d4 openings, but here it looked like it made a lot of sense to me. I would love to play against this weak pawn and or stick a knight on d5 and improve my pawn structure, possibly with this capture. Okay, so he played here. I don't think that's a good square for the knight, no doubt, but I don't think it does that much. I'm going to play rook d1 and then potentially threaten to take. But it does attack the pawn, though. That's the thing. So I could move my knight, which I considered, without putting it on d5. But I think it is time to put the knight in. Wow. Computer wants to take on e5 and says white has a big advantage. Let's see if we can understand this. I thought this improved black's structure a bit, but okay, we get rook d1, and Okay, queen c7. And queen c7 isn't all that safe, is it? We can possibly harass the queen. And if the queen goes to b8, it blocks the rook. Okay, so I think the awkwardness of the queen is giving us an advantage because, well, we're going to get the d file this way. Pretty interesting. Okay. I didn't really consider doing that. I wanted to play rook d1 first. So I stuck this knight in. So they took here. I took back. Now I like this position and the computer is not impressed. They moved the bishop. Bishop f4. Now he should probably take. He does. Bishop takes. Okay. Yeah, and I guess here I did feel like I have a slight advantage, but nothing like insane. But I have a space advantage in the center. We both have the two bishops. And my queen's on a better square than his queen. So I feel like I have a little something here. I thought half a pawn. Computer says plus 0.3 after b5, which was played. I played b3, defending my pawn. He took it. I took it. And I like that little plan of his because getting me to move my b pawn means he gets to play bishop f6 with tempo on the rook. And I did see some tactics here, but I didn't think they were that good for me. Like, I could try to grab this pawn, and I thought he could try two things. He could try this. I guess that's a blunder. I was thinking here, here, and I didn't go into this because I didn't know what was going on. Turns out I should play bishop takes c5, and I'm winning. The point is he has two pieces under attack now. So, yeah, he's going to lose a piece. And the other thing he could have did is just take the rook immediately. Then I would take the rook. But I thought he could simply, you know, he could simply retreat the bishop or take back. Even here, what about this move? Now I'm not taking here anymore. Bishop d6. He still has this move, right? I'd probably retreat the bishop. I do not want to take with the g-pawn. So I didn't win a pawn. Yeah, this is kind of what I saw during the game, and I didn't think I got enough out of it. Plus, it just feels like it's just all a little bit desperate, you know? How about I just move the rook to b1? All right. Now he played this strange looking move, but it's clear he's saying, okay, yes, you're attacking my weak pawn. I'm going to attack your weak pawn. Okay, so very well. Yeah, and now queen d3. I wasn't sure what to do here. I thought a while. Queen d3 with the idea of this. But that plan seems awfully slow to me. And I thought he could play g6 and bring the bishop out here. And even if I block, he would take, and bring his rook to the open file. So I don't know about this move. Computer says play normal. Rook f to e1 or bishop to e4. Bishop to e4, I don't understand necessarily. I guess I'm going to maybe challenge the... Well, I see bishop h2 in the line. Oh, that would be this. I was thinking it was this, but that doesn't make sense. Okay, so I did this, though. It's not losing or anything. It's okay. Bishop here. Yeah, and now I decided to trade off that bishop. Seems kind of weak in hindsight. I think I should just go bishop d1 or yeah, bishop d1 as planned. Instead I did this. Yeah, it feels like a weak move, and it is. Now he can hit me with tempo if he wants. But he played this move. Okay. And here I blundered. Here I blundered. Okay, the queen is attacking my pawn. I did not see that. I just didn't see it. Sometimes these horizontal attacks can be missed. So I went here, now wanting to do this plan, which is way too slow now. And he was able to take on c4. So, okay, at this point, you know, I'm like, well, I'm probably going to lose, but whatever. I'll try to, you know, mix up the game if I get a chance. And as you'll see, that's what happens. So bishop here, I felt like I have to defend the pawn. Now he brings his bishop out. I'm bringing my queen in, backwards attacking the pawn. He defends it with queen f4. Now rook f to e1. So I do have control of the e file. I'm down a pawn, but hey guys, let's be honest. I just don't feel right unless I'm down a pawn. That's like every game I play ever. All right, so rook there. Now this is a pretty bold decision by him because, well, maybe I'm being materialistic, but a queen is worth 9 and 2 rooks are worth 10. So to me, it kind of gives up a point of material. Also, I'd be more scared if my king wasn't safe and the queen had more threats to make against the king, but I went for this. I think this is my best chance, and computer agrees. King h7, and now we play chess. I play bishop e4 check. So I think this is really interesting because he kind of has to play, he has to move a pawn, right? I mean, the king is actually not able to go back to the rank, to the back rank. So I was expecting g6 here. And after g6, I was actually kind of planning this move. And I thought he'd probably check me here. Computer agrees. And if he wanted to go back and forth, I was willing to take a perpetual. Because if he doesn't, like, if he gives me one tempo, I'm going to go check here. Oh, does it even work? Check. No, he gets out. I don't know why I thought that was checkmate. It's clearly not checkmate. Yeah, I don't know. I still like black there. But hey, these threats are at least a little scary for my opponent. Alright, so he didn't play g6. He played f5. Okay. So f5, and now my bishop's attacked. I felt like if I move my bishop, I better keep him on the diagonal. This is like my only chance this counterplay. So I went bishop to c2. Turns out it's good. And now he played bishop to c4. Okay, so this gets interesting. He's attacking the pawn, but on the other hand, the queen is defending this pawn. And the bishop is no longer guarding b7. So there could be a rook appearing there, or a rook appearing here. So I played the move g3. Let's see where the queen goes. The queen has to keep defending that pawn or I'll take it with check. The queen goes there. And now g4. So this move, attacking the pinned pawn. So he took there, I took here, and this is scary, you know what I mean? So g6 now. Now my bishop's attacked again. And I played the move, what did I play here? Oh yeah, a tricky move. Bishop to e6. Okay, so my idea was go ahead and take the bishop because then I'll check you and you're going to get checkmated. So I mean, you could give up the queen first if you want. Yeah, checkmate. So you cannot really take the bishop. And then on the other hand, I really want this bishop to move so I can play check. It's guarding that square. I just want to check on the 7th rank, in fact, and the queen's also guarding that. So, okay. He went here, which is a pretty threatening move. Because now if I move this rook, let's say I try to go here, I think he pretty much has check, followed by checkmate. How do I get out of that? I can't. There. So, I'm in a mating net for sure. But I played the move rook to f8. I thought this move was just good during the game. Turns out I was right. This move wins on the spot. And the reason is the bishop's under attack. But I'm also threatening to take advantage of this square to check the king. Followed by rook here. And that's going to be also a mating net. So I'm not sure what black should do. He tried this move. That might be the best move. Queen e7. The other one I thought he should do was h5, but I guess I'd take the bishop. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would just take. Yeah. So it's still a little scary for me, I guess, because I'm so uncoordinated, you know. But this move I can check, and that is a fork. So he takes, and now we have an ending where I have an extra rook. So my only fear now is that my king is cut off and there's 2 passed pawns, but I think, you know, this bishop should be able to sacrifice itself. And I'll just go through this quickly. That's pretty much what I do. I don't know if that's the best move, but to me it's very practical to just eliminate black's main counterplay. Now the bishop's going to have to move, which frees my king up a little bit. Put the rook here to cut off the king. This also cuts off the king. So I was feeling pretty good now. And in fact, he tries to confuse things on the king side, but I've got this pretty well guarded. And yeah, and here I took the simplest route. I can just sack the rook. And when he takes and takes, there's no way to. This I think I did sloppily, but I mean, there's no way to stop that. So there you go. So a quick review of the game. What can we learn from this? Well, what I'm learning is that performance, like knowledge and performance, are 2 different things. And I do make mistakes in my games, but my opponents also make mistakes. And I think, you know, it's instructive to me that I could do something like drop my pawn. Where was that? Let's get to that. Okay, this is the first instructive moment. I knew this move wasn't good and I did it anyway. Not sure why I didn't continue with my plan there. Okay, watch out when a queen moves, because sometimes it's attacking backwards and diagonal and whatever. I totally missed this. So that's my first lesson. But also, I was feeling like I was going to lose this game. And to my surprise, I did not lose it. So yeah, never resign and keep your wits about you and try to play purposeful, complicated moves, and sometimes it works out. So okay, I guess that's enough. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'll be back with more. Bye.